Today, I'm going to be going over how to create your Google Analytics 4 account and how to install it on your website. So I'm going to be doing this today for my website, surfsidecourses.com. I am publishing all my courses here, but I'm going to make sure I have Google Analytics installed there and also make sure I have some of my key events set up and everything like that. Now, I also have Google Analytics installed on surfsideinbound.com, so I have an existing profile there. Since I have a bunch of Google Analytics profiles, both accounts and properties within my Google Analytics account, when I come to the main page and I click on Get Started Today, it just opens up whichever one I was in last. So when you click on Get Started Today, it should bring you to a page where you can create your new account. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And this is the page you want to get to, create an account. And when you click on Get Started, it should bring you directly to this page. So this account name is going to be Surfside Courses, and I'm going to be setting this up for that specific website today. Account data sharing settings. This is completely up to you. Sometimes I include them, I don't. It doesn't really matter too much to me. You can see I have 54 more accounts can be created. My maximum is 100. I have access to too many Google Analytics 4 properties. So property name next is going to be Surfside Courses. And this is where if you have an app, if you have different properties that are going to be in the same account. So for example, I could create a Surfside PPC account and put Surfside Inbound, Surfside Courses, Surfside PPC, all three of those directly under that account. I'm just going to set these up as separate accounts. Really doesn't matter how you do it. It's just a matter of your preference. Property name for me is Surfside Courses. Set your reporting time zone. I always set my local time, which is New York time. And then my currency is US dollar. So we're going to click on next here. Business details, so industry category. So mine is probably going to be something related to business. Business size is small, 1 to 10 employees. Put yours here, whatever your category and business size is. Next is choose your business objectives. So for certain businesses, obviously you're focused mainly on leads or you're focused mainly on sales. You also want to measure your traffic, user engagement, and retention. Anytime I'm setting up a Google Analytics profile, I do other here. So I just select other. This option cannot be combined with other options. This basically gives you the standard reports where you will get access to all of these. Your Google Analytics 4 profile is going to look a little bit differently if you set it up with business objectives. So I'm going to use other, and that's what I would recommend using. Now, if your main goal is sales and that's all you really care about, you just want to focus on the sales and you don't care about all the other reports that come with it, you'll still get all the reports. You can click on this and it's just your Google Analytics profile just looks a little bit different in the back end with some of the reports that you'll see on the left-hand side. So we're going to click on create here. We are going to accept the data processing terms. We have to probably scroll all the way to the bottom here. Accept my measurement controller data terms, and we will accept both of these. You always want to make sure you understand all of the analytics and data collection rules in your specific country because the rules are going to vary in every single country. I'm in the United States where we're a little bit strict, but not nearly as strict as some other countries where you have to make sure that you have different types of opt-ins for all of this information for Google Analytics 4, which I will go through in follow-up videos. But for right now, we are just going to be creating our account and making sure we install it correctly. So for this one, the platform is going to be web. Obviously, if you have an Android app or an iOS app, then you can choose those as your platform, but we're going to do web here. Set up my website URL. So for me, it is surfsidecourses.com, and we could do www. Stream name will be Surfside Courses, and this is where you could put web. I mean, just so you know, in case you do ever create a mobile app or anything like that. Now you're going to see enhanced measurement, and these things are automatically checked. So we have enhanced measurement here, and we are measuring page views, scrolls, outbound clicks, site search, video engagement, file downloads, and form interactions. If you configure enhanced measurement, you can choose some of these here. I would just recommend doing all of them because if you have videos on your website, if you have a form on your website, if you do have outbound clicks where people might be going to maybe an affiliate link or maybe just another property that you own, then you want to make sure you're monitoring all of this and measuring all of it. So we're going to create and continue. And now we have our Google Analytics 4 account set up. So it's going to tell us to set up a Google tag. And Google has a lot of instructions for setting up your Google tag. For me and for this specific website, I am using Podia. So Podia is what I use to have my Surfside Courses website. This basically has everything with my website. So within the settings here, and this may be the same thing depending on the website provider you use. I'm going to show you how to do WordPress right after this. But depending on the website you use, it might be a little bit different of a setup. So under settings here, we're going to go to analytics. and you're going to see I can add a Facebook pixel, a Pinterest tag, and Google Analytics. They actually don't allow Google Tag Manager with Podia, so that's not an option for me. I just have my Google Analytics tracking ID. So we come back over here. You're going to see how to set up our Google tag. We do not want to do that. We are going to see show more options. You're going to see use a Google tag you already have. No, we don't want to do that. So this is what we're looking for, is our measurement ID. So if we copy this is all I should need to be put here in my Google Analytics tracking ID, and we can click on Save Changes. They also have website tracking code. So the tracking code that you saw earlier is one that I could add there as well. So that's another option. Go to View Tag Instructions, and there you go. Now you have even more installation instructions. So install with a website builder or CMS. So select your platform. You can install this easily, or install manually, and you just want to take this piece of code. So I could copy this. It tells me to do it immediately after the opening header tag, which Podia actually does not allow. This does it before the closing body tag. So I could potentially add this here, but that's not really how you would want to do this. So look for something like this if you're using a platform that has an integration with Google Analytics already, which most of them do. Next is going to be how to install it on WordPress. Okay, so if we come to the back end of Surfside Inbound here, I actually do already have Google Analytics installed for this website, but the way that I generally do it is by using Google Tag Manager, but you could also do this without using Google Tag Manager and use the WP code plugin. So search WP code, you'll see it right here. On the left-hand side, after you install and activate it, you will have a code snippets. So on the left-hand bar, you'll see code snippets here, and you can go to header and footer. They also have conversion pixels, and they have different ways that you can easily incorporate your Google Analytics tag. But one of the easiest ways to do it is using WP code and then coming over here, installing manually, copying this and going back over to the back end and basically just pasting that code there. Now I have mine through Google Tag Manager, so I will create a different video about how to install with Google Tag Manager, but you can see basically Google Tag Manager in the header and in the body, and then through Google Tag Manager, I have my Google tag installed. That is a lesson for another video. If you don't want to deal with code whatsoever, what you can do is when you are installing, and this is all through here, the View Tag Instructions, you'll see this button within your Google Analytics 4 account if you haven't installed Google Analytics 4 yet. And you can always use this and just select your platform and go directly through this, or you can install manually and use the WP code method. The other option is there are plenty of plugins that will allow you to install Google Analytics and also give you a dashboard. The most popular one is Monster Insights. I think this is free and premium. Basically, they have a premium version, but this one makes it easy to kind of see all your statistics, and you get a big dashboard within your within your WordPress website in the back end of your website. So back here, you'll have a Get Google Analytics dashboard. Makes it a little bit easier to see your traffic every day. So that's the one benefit of using something like Monster Insights. Another one that you have is SiteKit by Google. This is a Google plugin. I've seen people complain because they say it's a little bit slow, but you can install Search Console Analytics, AdSense, PageSpeed Insights, Tag Manager. So you can use SiteKit to do all of this. Again, I still prefer to use WP code and just install the code directly myself, but it's really, again, a matter of preference. And last but not least, a very easy one, HTEasyGA4, Google Analytics WordPress plugin. Great option for setting up your Google Analytics 4 profile and making it a lot easier. So it's completely free to use. They do have paid commercial upgrades and some different things like that. So we have this installed on our website. We should be all good to go. And then what you need to do next is we will click on the X here. We will click on the X again. We can click on Next, and you'll see data collection is pending. So let's continue to home, and we'll be here on our website. It's saying no data received from your website. So maybe if I go to my home page, we'll see. Okay, so I went to my website, just change the page. And if we come over here, you'll see within our reports. So all of your reports are going to be through this tab. This is the one thing that I do like about Google Analytics 4, but we have the real time here. You can see one active user in the last 5 minutes. That's me. And you can see the pages that I've been looking at, one user so far. So we have all of this track now. So now we have our Google Analytics account created. We have our Google property created, Google Analytics 4 property created, Surfside courses. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start setting up our events and key events, and that is a lesson for another video. So thank you for watching. If you watch this, you should have Google Analytics created, you should have it installed on your website, and you should be able to start measuring the things that are happening on your website. Next is going to be setting up key events so that we can actually make sure that when people get to our website, they're filling out our forms or buying our products or whatever action we want them to take. So thank you for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. If you want access to all of my long form tutorials and some of my courses that I've created that I'm only putting out on Surfside Inbound, you can join my Patreon, patreon.com/surfsideinbound. It is only $4.99 per month. You can also join through my YouTube channel. So through the Surfside PPC YouTube channel, from any of my videos, if you click on join, you will get instant access to all of my premium content, including my inbound marketing course, which is 5.5 hours long. I just published it to Patreon and YouTube. So join today if you're interested in more of my content at patreon.com/surfsideinbound or by clicking the join button on any of my YouTube videos. Thanks for watching my channel, and don't forget to subscribe.